More researchers and early criminologists wanted to find evidences to the claim of biological approach of criminal behavior. So aside from family members, who are these people that we can accurately compare since they are not only related, but they contain the same identical or similar DNA? The twins. That's right. We have the twins studies. There are two kinds of twins. We have identical twins and fraternal twins. Identical twins, it is also known as MZ twins. When we say MZ, it stands for monozygotic twins. For fraternal twins, it is also known as DZ or dizygotic twins. So identical twins, it is a single egg fertilized by single sperm. So isang egg cell lang, pinasukan ng isang sperm cell, kaso nag-split siya into dalawa, kaya nagkaroon ng dalawang babies. Identical twins also have identical facial features, physical features. Sila yung mga twins na talagang pinagbiyak. Next, we have fraternal twins. Fraternal twins are separate egg cells. Dalawang egg cells dapat yan. Yung dalawang egg cells na na-produce ni mother, pinasukan ng magkaibang sperm cell. So, dalawa yung na-fertilize. Two ovums, kaya nag-result siya into two babies. They are still twins, but their genetic makeup, they share only half. 50-50 lang ng kanilang DNA. Now, we have the term concordance. When we say concordance, this is the term which we refer to as the key measurement in twin studies. So it is the degree to which twins share a particular behavior or condition. Or eto yung basis or gaano ba kapareha or ka magkaiba yung behavior ng isang kambal. So, although it is unethical, but the ideal research design for twin studies is to separate the monozygotic twins or the identical twins at birth and then assign them to different adoptive parents. So, in order to test whether or not na magkaparehas pa din ba yung behavior although they have different environment and they have the same DNA. We have Francis Galton. Francis Galton said that the social and mental traits like the talent and intelligence of a person were inherited. So he was the one to first study twins to test the relative strength of heredity and environment. Siya yung unang nag-utilize sa mga kambal to determine whether ano ba yung mm, mas ma-impluwensya. Is it the traits, the biological, or is it the environment? Then Galton concluded in his studies that the biological or the nature aspect has a larger effect on the development of a person than on the nurture side. So mas nakaka-impluwensya pa rin daw talaga yung biological or yung genetic makeup ng isang tao to their behavior rather than to their environment. We have Johann Lange, isang German psychiatrist and researcher. He published his book named Crimes and Destiny. Crime and Destiny. The book Crime and Destiny was considered as the first criminological twin study. According to Lange, that among monozygotic or identical twins, 75% yung chance ng concordant rate ng kambal. It means that if the other one is already a criminal and the other identical twin is not yet a criminal, the ones that is not yet a criminal, 75% yung chance na yung degree ng similarity ng behavior will be the same with the ones that is already a criminal or magiging criminal din siya in the future. And if we're talking about dizygotic naman daw, the fraternal twins, sabi ni Lunch, yung kanilang concordant rate lang is only 12% since they do not share 100% of their DNA. We have Carl O. Christensen, isang Danish criminologist. He evaluated the criminal behavior of 3,586 twin pairs in Denmark. According to him, if Lange says that the concordant rate of identical twins are 75%, kay Carl Christensen, there are only 50%. And if Lange says na meron lang 12% yung concordant rate ng isang dizygotic, kay Carl Christensen naman, meron naman daw 20% na concordant rate yung dizygotic twins. We have Raymond Crow. Raymond Crow did not study about twins. Rather, he focused on the behavior of adopted children. So he published an article named An Adoption Study of Antisocial Personality. He compared two sets of children. The first set, these are adopted children who has a criminal biological mother, or their biological mothers are criminals. On the other set, these are adopted children, sorry, who has a normal or a not criminal or an innocent mm, biological mother. So by that comparison, he found out that the set A, those children na merong criminal na biological mother, before they were 18, magkakaroon din sila ng criminal record. In short, magiging criminal din sila like their mother. Although they are not anymore in the jurisdiction of their biological mothers since they are called adopted children, diba? So they are in their adoptive parents already. But since their biological mothers are female, nakukuha pa din daw nila yun. Those children naman na yung biological mothers are innocent or normal, they grow to be normal or law-abiding citizens of the community also. So, sabi ni Crow, regardless pala ng changes ng environment, kahit paalisin mo sila sa parents na kriminal, makukuha pa din daw nila yung traits na yun sa kanilang criminal parents. So children are seem to be biologically predisposed to criminality. We have the XYY syndrome. The XYY syndrome is also known as Superman syndrome or super male syndrome. It is a genetic condition that occurs only in males. So sa mga lalaki lang siya nangyayari. Kapag yung isang lalaki, meron siyang extra copy of the Y chromosomes in each of their cells. So yung mga XYY male, ang normal na chromosomes ng isang tao, there are only 46 chromosomes. Those 46, they come in pairs. So in 46, there are 23 pairs. However, yung mga XYY, they have 47 chromosomes. Okay? Bakit 47? Asan yung 47? Yung 47 na yun is the extra copy of Y chromosome. That's the 47. Now, Miss, di ba sabi mo kapag you have Down syndrome, 47 din yung chromosomes na meron sila? Yes. But the 47th chromosome in the Down syndrome can be found on where? On the 21st pair of the chromosome. Bungkig ang ika-21 na pair. Okay? Pareha sila 47. The question is, asa ang ika-pito? Asa ang panglas na chromosome makitaan? Okay, ug ang last na chromosome makitaan sa 21st pair, then your genetic condition is Down syndrome. But if ang bungkig makitaan sa Y chromosome or it is an extra copy of Y chromosome, your genetic condition is XYY syndrome. Okay, so the XYY again, it is also called as Jacob's syndrome, super male or superman syndrome. It was named after kung sino yung nakadiscover. Okay, si Jacob yung nakadiscover ng syndrome, kaya siya pinangalanan din na Jacob syndrome. It is said that yung mga male na merong extra Y chromosome, they are violent criminals, napaka-aggressive. And yung mga XYY syndrome din daw, masyadong matatangkad, extraordinary tall. Ayan, malalakas din daw sila, kaya sila prone to aggression.